Right, guys, can I have your attention, please? This is Lars von Cockenballs. Now, he's a sports and clinical psychiatrist. So any issues you have involving nerves or anxiety or anything else to prevent you from playing football properly, go speak to Lars. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South on the Impossible Dream, Season 7, Episode 4 today, and we're going to be facing Celtic in the league, and then we go to Qarabag. It's Azerbaijan, isn't it, Qarabag, in the Champions League group stage, and we have to win. Well, at least not lose, but realistically, we have to win. And well, let's hope we can do that. Now, there's actually not too much to catch you up on off the field. So I thought we'll have a look at team dynamics to start things off. And I mean, team cohesion and managerial support is good. The club atmosphere, though, could be better. And it is sort of trending in the wrong way just now. You can see we've got two players unhappy, Thompson and Harding, that being left out of the Champions League squad. Both players I would love to have in there. But because we have to register 4 players short, I mean, they're sort of the two guys that I would, as I said, love to have them in there. We just don't have the places in the squad to do it. So it's just a little bit unfortunate that that's kind of how it's working out just now. If we look at the club hierarchy, we've almost got a perfect pyramid there, which is great. The team leaders, Bermudez and Walker, our captain and vice-captain, and Bayless as well. Irving doesn't really support me, which is a little bit surprising. And then the other guys that are down here that don't actually support me are new to the squad, or in the case of Harry Stone, rubbish. So, yeah, it's not too big of a deal. We are in a good spot. It's just maybe, yeah, a little bit upsetting the way that the club, the dressing room atmosphere is just now. And you can see that the social groups are coming together very, very nicely indeed. Ideally, Bermudez as vice-captain will sort of put himself in the core social group, but that's not too bad, is it? I don't think anyway. So, yeah, that is all looking well and good. Now, no such dramas as last episode with that deadline day. It's been nice and calm, as I said. But we do have 2 games to catch you up on the field. The first of which in the league was against Hearts. We took the lead just after halftime when Duque crossed for Johnny Angus. Hearts drew level, but Angus and Duque combined again in stoppage time to take the points. So it would have been an absolute crime if we hadn't have won this game, but we did get there in the end. It was another one of these games where we were just nervous and anxious throughout. We've got Lars in at the club now, so hopefully he will help smooth over those issues, but we got there in the end. 22 shots and to sneak the winning goal in extra time. Unbelievable. Next up was the Betfred quarterfinal. It was against Celtic. Now Celtic, it slipped my mind. It was not my mind, it slipped my attention, I should say, that they have a new manager. Their previous manager from last season has gone off to, I think it was Villarreal, and they've got Slaven Bilic in to manage them this season. So let's see how our first game against Slaven turned out. Razayev played in that guy just after half-time for his first goal for the club. James Trafford had a debut to forget before we completed the bottle job in stoppage time. So we just fell in a heap, didn't we? Trafford, unbelievable what he did on debut there. Razayev had a good game, which is a positive, and Gilchrist did well. I mean, it wasn't the strongest side we'll ever play. Thompson at left back wasn't great either. But, yeah, I mean, luckily it's the Betfred, so I'm not that bothered by it. But we out XG'd them, and we just, as I said, just fell in a heap at the end. So there we go. If we look at the league table, we are top, which is good. We've got a 4-point gap over Celtic. So if we could get a win today, that would be huge, 7 points. But even if we could just manage to keep them at level, get a point from it, then that would be, I mean, not too bad, would it? So that's that. And the Qarabag, them taking a point off AC Milan, it's not the end of the world for us, but we don't want them getting any further ahead of us. It's a must-not-lose game, isn't it? Maybe not a must-win, but certainly a must-not-lose. So let's have a look at what we're doing here against Celtic in the league, and this is it. Now, we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 from them. As I say, it is Slaven Bilic that is the manager for them now. This is the team we're sending out. Trafford in goal. We're going to give him a chance to make amends for that howler. It's going to be Varela, Walker, Leshy. I'm thinking he's really good. I want to see how he goes with Walker. I'm thinking either Leshy and Walker or Leshy and Bernard might be the way forward for us. but I want to give them a chance, or two of them a chance to play together here. Gilchrist will go at right back, Davenport and Irving in midfield. It's Duque, Nakai and McLean in behind, Johnson up front. I've kind of given up on the wingers. We seem to play better with their, looks like we have more of a goal threat with these guys playing on the opposite wings. So we're gonna stick with that for now. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. Did we sign this guy somewhere? No, maybe not. I mean, there's a few different names in there now. New manager. He's maybe taking a little bit of time to get his feet under the desk. Do we put on a show? Do we ignore? Play without pressure? We are away from home. So let's play without pressure today. Lars, what do you think, mate? Yeah, I'm just hoping we get a decent mental performance from us. All right, and here we go. Yeah, I mean, if we can come away here with a point, it would be absolutely huge. They're drawing games more so than losing them. But yeah, well, I mean, hopefully we can just go a little bit better than we did in that Betfred game. They put out a relatively strong side. It wasn't the first choice. They didn't have, for example, Rossi in goal. They had their backup guy in there. But you could say the same thing about us, although we probably did field maybe a bit of a stronger side. Eddie Johnson, it's bouncing around. Duque has it to Irving. We probably won't get 90 minutes. McLean's in here. McLean, oh! Against the team, of course, that wanted to sign him. We beat them. We beat Celtic to his signature, which surprised me a little bit, but that's probably the first time that's happened where we've beaten one of the bigger clubs to his signature. And, oh, Trafford with a decent save there. We need Santizo back in goal, don't we? I mean, the timing of the injury, Trafford's done well there. To be fair, Trafford looked quite good against Celtic in the Betfred until he assisted on their goal. Yeah, the timing of the injury as well, because it happened at a time when we'd already registered the Champions League squad, so that was nailed in. And because Trafford is not Scottish trained, if we'd registered him and not Stone, we would have had to take out an outfield player. So, I mean, had I known we were going to get... well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Had I known, obviously, we were going to get that injury, then we would have done things a little bit differently, but we weren't to know that, and, I mean, that's quite a good free kick, isn't it? Let's encourage them again. What we don't want is for Celtic, under a new manager, to just start and get that wood over us again, because, well, we need to at some point beat Celtic, don't we? And they've been struggling, you know. I think they dropped points to Hamilton. I think they got a 1-1 draw there. And that was obviously a bit of a shock with Hamilton being newly promoted. But yeah, we've got to kind of kick them while they're down, and we're not really doing that just now, are we? So let's try just changing things up a little bit here. We've really got to try and use our wingers, don't we? They are two of the better players on the team, if not the best players on the team. But we've not really threatened Celtic here, which is disappointing. So let's... I want a better performance second half. Let's go with that. I'm trying to be a little bit more demanding of us. Eddie Johnson hasn't had a great game. We do have Suljic on the bench. We could make a change. What can we do tactically here? I wonder if we just don't focus anywhere and just kind of see what that does for us. It's always troubling when your best player is your goalkeeper. Though, to be honest, I'm just glad that Trafford's having a decent game. I mean, if we're looking for a positive here, we haven't seen that much of Celtic. They've scored a belter of a free kick, but we haven't seen much else from them. And let's see if we can get something going now. It's a little bit the way that the Champions League. There's a good ball for McLean. Can he? Oh, no, he can't. I feel like we have to go to Qarabag and get a result. So that's why this is, again, it's still not our strongest team. So I'm not sure if that's a mistake or not. Ball forward for Johnson. Can Johnson finish on the volley? He's onside. No, linesman got his flag up, has he? Oh, it was a wonderful ball forward. It was a good finish. And he is offside, so I suppose we can't complain too much. But look at that for a finish. Johnson's only playing a 6.2, 6.3. All right, I wonder if... We've got another free kick here. I wonder if we try the wingers as wingers. Let's see what McLean can do from a free kick here. He hasn't seen much from him yet. And oh, we've seen something from him now. What a free kick that is. Almost as good as the Celtic one in the first half. It's 1-1. And that's how I look at this from behind the goal. That's better than the Celtic one. That's magnificent. What a strike from McLean. £12 million worth of footballer, and he's got us back level. I think I still wonder from open play if maybe switching these guys around, playing them or using them as wingers, might give us something. Now, of course, McLean he's not a natural. He is a natural right winger, but he hasn't actually played there before, so we've got to bear that in mind. Irving is quite tired. I didn't think I'd get 90 minutes of him, so let's get Harding on. The reason Harding didn't start is because he's unhappy at playing time. He's not been playing particularly, or not at playing time. Sorry, at Champions League registration, he's not been playing particularly well. So I didn't sort of want to risk him here. Oh, Leshy, you've been doing so well, mate. Oh, he gets away with it. Trafford's there. Let's just go back to positive. Yeah, Leshy's just been doing really well, just reading plays and sort of making interceptions. And I mean, he's got positioning of 16. That's really, I've really noticed it. He's looked quite good. And that guy with a flick on, it's hacked clear. Leshy will get to that. We've got Harding in space in the middle, if we want to use him. Keep going back to Davenport. Davenport looking for Dookie. Can he get a cross in? It's there. It's Suljic. Oh, it's just over the top. And I think we've been better second half, haven't we? Leshy's actually looking nervous, which is not ideal. Oh, if he'd encourage as this highlight starts. Can we please get ahead on that? It's over the... Oh, don't. What is that for? Oh, it's the 87th minute. Come on, Trafford. Make up for the stuff up in the Betfred. Oh, he has! James Trafford, and the second time as well. All is forgiven, Jamie boy. That is fantastic. Now, can we hang on and get this point? Oh, no. That didn't take... Hey! Free kick is awarded anyway. That guy is knackered. We don't really have an option to put anybody in there, so just take a deep breath. I mean, the match stats would suggest that we've hung on a little bit here, and we've got a 93rd minute highlight. Come on. I'm okay with a point. I'm okay without a highlight. I mean, I'd love a winner, but I'd sacrifice that. Oh, there we go. Well read by Nilton. Forward for Duque. Can he use his pace here? Can we work one last chance? Duque's done well. Can he get the cross in? There it is. It's Suljic. Oh, it's a penalty for us, is it? It is no idea who's going to take this. It's Harding. All right, mate. If you score this, you're back in the Champions League squad next time we register. Oh, come on. It's stoppage time. A stoppage time penalty at Celtic Park. Can Sonny Harding stick it away? Yes, he can. And I think we've done it. Are we going to beat Celtic at Celtic Park? This would be absolutely massive. 7 points. This will put us ahead of them. And just let me think here. Then I can get excited again. That's all fine. And Sonny Harding, our Australian midfielder, how's the pressure on that? And he's buried it. Absolutely buried it. And with a minute to play in stoppage time, it is 2-1. And there it is. We've beaten Celtic at Celtic Park, finally. It was just the other manager. We couldn't beat the other manager. He was too good for me. But we're proud of that. That is fantastic. And what a redemption story for James Trafford as well, saving the penalty. And, I mean, look at that. Rangers and Celtic, 4th and 5th, although Rangers do have a game in hand. But we're 7 points clear of Celtic. And let's not forget, the winners, group stage of the Champions League. Not that that will maybe change too much. Of course, Trafford, it's his former team, isn't it? I forgot we signed him from Celtic. That's 75 grand well spent, isn't it? Yeah, not that it makes that much difference in terms of prize money, because we've been getting into the Champions League anyway. But obviously, it'll make the start of the season a little bit easier for us, knowing that we're already there and not having to go through qualifying games. But that is absolutely massive. And well, let's see if we can go and beat Qarabag now and make up for yesterday's episode with 6 points today. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to take on Qarabag. Now, some more good news from the kids in that they've done it again. They have beaten the Qarabag kids. Clockerty went down for this one, along with a couple of others, Turpey, Ganoa, and Nicholson, the centre-back. Got a 2-0 win, so that's 2 from 2 for them, which is excellent. And if we go and have a look at our group, Bayern Munich and AC Milan had the early kickoff. Now, I'm a little bit concerned because Milan has held Bayern Munich, Qarabag held Milan. Does that mean we're the worst team in this group? And we're about to find out because we've got to play the game. So we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team that we are sending out. Stone, again, has to play in goal against everything that goes is wholly against football. It's got to happen. Actually, anything worse than that is this guy's on the bench. Vazquez, Walker, Bernard, and Ayrton are the back four. It's Bayless, Paredes, and Bauer in midfield. It's Bermudez in behind, Johnny Angus and Lutzi. And let's hope we can get the result we need here. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. What on earth is that letter? Is that a typo? Is it supposed to be an E? I've never seen that before, I don't think. Anyway, what do we say to this? Put on a show. They've won 3. We need to deny them here. All right, I wonder if we go with that. We need to perform to deny them. We are away from home. So, I mean, really, a draw is the worst we can do. Oh, we've got an empty stadium, I see. Yeah, I mean, a draw is the worst we can afford to do. We really do need to pick up something here. Otherwise, I mean, even just to be able to parachute down to the Europa League, which is kind of what I think most of us are expecting anyway. Even that starts to look very, very difficult. But, you know, if we can get a win here, and we're getting ahead of ourselves, I know, we would suddenly go up to second in the group, which would be fantastic. And maybe Qarabag taking a point off AC Milan will work out in our favour. It just depends exactly how good they are, which we are in the process of finding out, of course. I would feel a lot more confident if we didn't have Harry Stone in goal. I know I keep going on about it, but I cannot believe the luck that we've had sometimes with injuries. We've had Lutzi in and out in big Champions League games or European games as well with injuries. Thankfully, touch wood, he's been relatively fit this season. We're expecting them anyway to be a tiki-taka side. So we're trying to stop the tiki and the tack. All right, so let's get rid of that and raise the tempo. See if that can help us out here at all. I mean, one positive is that we don't look nervous and anxious yet. That hasn't really been a thing this episode, so hopefully just trying to do team talks with a little bit more ambition is working for us. I've hit demand more there. We've got a corner to defend. Can we get it away? We can. Good header away from Andrew Walker. Now, what's going to become of this highlight? Can Bermudez get a foot in there? Come on, boys. Put the pressure on. Can we lure them into a loose pass? It's tough on Ayrton, isn't it, to come in and kind of have to fill into that back. Oh, Stone has just about done enough. Yeah, you know, we're kind of just asking him to come in and just replace a wonder kid. And they're in again here. Vazquez, what is that? Yeah, you couldn't make it up. What are you doing? He's playing in trainers. Like, how else can you explain that other than you're not wearing any studs whatsoever? That is unbelievable. Okay, well, this is going badly wrong. Much better performance second half is required. Go out there and prove you have what it takes. And I mean, we didn't see anything from us, did we? We have Duque and Suljic on the bench. I wonder if inverted wingers is something we could look to use here. Let's just drop that line off a little bit as well. We never saw anything from us in attack, did we? Let's encourage. That letter is really annoying me. I don't know what it's probably part of their language, isn't it? And it's supposed to be a specific sound that I'm never going to know. All right, this is not working, so we are going to change. Okay, so what we're going to change for now is we're going to leave Lutzi on as a wide player with Duque, and we'll take off Ibarra, and everybody else then more or less stays the same. And then we'll look to make changes from here if we need to. Lutzi's not having a great game, only playing a 6.2. Let's try a demand more. All right, Lutzi, off you come, mate. Let's get Suljic on. Bermudez not having a great game, so let's get Nakai on, and that's going to be our changes then, isn't it? We've got a highlight. Can we win that, please? And thank you. No, we can't. Oh. Ayrton, go and get that, mate. Still 20 minutes to play. I mean, there's no need to go into full-blown panic yet, but there's certainly a little bit of panic. We're playing it around okay, but we really need to find some penetration passing, don't we? Angus, now, there's a good ball. Is it for Duque? He's quick. He should keep it in. He does. Can he get the crossing now under his left foot? It's there towards the back peg, and it is off the crossbar. Well, that was more like it, but we just don't have a good relationship with the post this series, do we? Let's encourage them. Now we can start in panic. 10 minutes to play. What else can we do? Let's just look to exploit the flanks, maybe. Shoot on sight. I think we have to go high line now, don't we? They weren't trying to play short. Let's get stuck in. I'm not sure that they're actually playing tiki-taka, if I'm completely honest. But, I mean, we've been the better side here. I mean, how many times have we said that, though? Let's try berating. We've got to try and get a goal here, and I don't think it's going to happen, and this is devastating for our European campaign. And it's a Vazquez own goal. And is that the goal? It is the goal that sinks us. And, well, we don't deserve that, do we? But suddenly, Qarabag have 4 points. We have nothing. And that's trouble. So there we go. Made to rue missed chances. And the other thing that's bad about that is it's prize money that we don't get. It's, it's coefficient points we don't get. And, well, we had a really good chance in that game to go second in the group. And instead, I'm not sure we're going to get out of this group. It's out of our hands now, isn't it, in terms of Qarabag? We have to beat them at home, obviously. And you wouldn't say that that's unlikely, given how that game played out, if we take some chances. But that's not going to be enough now. So that draw against AC Milan does hurt us. And we've got to play AC Milan now, and we've got to have to beat them. So that will be next episode. We'll come back for Motherwell's probably... Is it Motherwell or St Mirren? We'll come back for Motherwell away and then AC Milan away as well. We've got to take at least a point from that. And then we're going to have to beat them at home. And then we're going to have to beat Qarabag at home. It's still there for us. It's just got a lot more difficult, hasn't it? Guys, if you've enjoyed... That was going so well against Celtic too. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next time. It's a trip to the San Siro, and it's one there that we definitely cannot afford to lose that game. Take care.